If you want to be wealthy, stop saving. You're like, what do you mean stop saving? I'm going to share with you tips on how you can invest instead of saving. Okay, so tell me in the comment section, am I right or wrong? I tried saving to a certain goal and I couldn't get to that goal. My goal was, and this is a long time ago, my goal was like, if I could save, I could buy a car, cash. If I can save, I could buy my house, cash. Or if I could save, I could buy my boat, cash. Or if I save enough, I could buy this. Or if I save enough, I could buy that. And I noticed this too. I'm 47 years old. I left a 9-to-5 4 years ago to start my own business. And the business that I started was first my personal finances. That's the business I had to start. I had to start investing into myself first. What do you mean by that? I started putting my hard-earned money into positions where they make its own money. And I'm going to explain later in the video how to do that as well. So I had to invest into myself. And then after I invested in myself, I had to invest into the people. I had to invest in the people. I gave people money that needed it, that I felt God led me to do. And it came back around 100-fold my way. So I did more investing and saving, and I figured out that vesting was working more and faster and better than saving. Because when I was saving, my mind could not erase that I had 15,000 saved up. It can't, because I was so broke and lived a poor life to where I cannot fathom, I cannot let that be behind me. So what I did was I said, okay, I'm at 15,000. I'm gonna go for, and I was just doing a little bit at a time. I'm gonna go for 16,000 or 15,500. But I kept picking from it because things came around that wasn't good. For example, things happen. Life happens. Like I had to get new brakes on my truck. This is a long time ago. I had to get new brakes on my truck. So that was ABC. I had to get my windshield. I had to get other things fixed. I had to get brakes on my wife's car. We had to get all 4 tires, which comes up to 8 tires, and tires are not cheap. So, my AC unit went out in this, or I had to get that, or I had to pay for this medical thing, or I had to pay for that, or a tree fell in my front yard and I had to get it cut. I had to get an arborist come and cut it. Things like that happen. And when it was happening, I kept picking from that 15,000. Next thing you know, it was 12,000. I was picking from it. And then I'll put back 500. And then I'll put back another 1,000. And then I'll take back that 1,500. And I'll take back 2,000. I'll put another 5,000. And I'll put another 2,000. I'll take back. I couldn't save. I was too busy picking on it. I was too busy taking from it because life happens. And if you can live a perfect life, I need to figure out what you're doing because it's impossible. The only one that's perfect is God. And we make mistakes and life happens. And I kept picking from it until I had only got 3,500 left after picking from it from saving. So I couldn't save. It was impossible to save. And I said, man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of saving. And my wife used to say, hey, do you have 8,000? Did you save up 8,000 or 10? I'm like, no, I picked all. I'm only got 3,500. And then she's like, oh, how? And I was like, well, I bought this, I bought that, I bought this, I bought that, I bought this. And she was like, oh yeah, you did. So my wife, she's so beautiful and she's really curious. So, and she knew. She said, oh wow. And I was like, you see, it's impossible to trade. I was like, it's impossible to save. And she said, oh, you're right. And I didn't want to inflict negativity in her mind, but I did tell her it's impossible. And I was like, you try it. And so she tried to save and it wasn't working because she was taking from it. And she was taking this, taking that. Or I bought her this, or I got this, I got that, or I had to get this, or I had to get that. And I said, see, so we both was in the same boat. And I said, man, what can we do to make our lives a lot better instead of, how can we create wealth? And that's the key word, create. So what I did was, I said, man, I'm going to do the right thing. I got to put my money to where it's going to make money. Because banks, dude, they charges you to put your money. Man, I saved up, when I had that $15,000 in the bank, out of the whole year of interest, they only gave me $1. $1. That was it of interest. And I'm like, wait a minute, where's the $1 company? Y'all could have kept that measly little dollar. And so now I said, man, there is a way. And I even talked to banks. I said, do y'all do bonds and treasury bills? The bank teller looked at me like what I need to know about that, what I'm knowing about that. Why do I need how did I get that information? So he looked at me like, yeah. You want us to get you some CDs? He didn't mention treasury bills. He said CDs. You want you to get you some CDs? And I said, no, I'm good. And so I pulled it up, Googled it, and traditional banks are not doing my money is not making money from a traditional bank. So I said, man, let me pull up a bank. So I pulled up SoFi, right? Link is in the description. Sign up. You're going to thank me later. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes to sign up. They will send you a card and you'll be banking with them. And when I looked at it, that it was at 3.75, 3.8%. When I got in, it was at 4%. I was like, wait a minute. So if I put in $1,000 times 4%, I get this. I was like, So I said, I got to let my money make its own money. So I started dumping in it. And I'm like, wow, I'm actually saving. Because now, if I need to nitpick out of my savings, I could just grab my interest. I can just grab my interest, let the interest fill back up. And once I get more money, I could dump more into it. But that wasn't the case. I was actually letting my money make its own money by investing into it. And it started creating interest. And now my money is making its own money. I'm like, finally, there's a way. And then when I'm in the SoFi, I got in a couple stocks that I showed you on my last video. I just bought some stocks to share with y'all the powerful banking system of SoFi in the stock market. You can't beat that. And so I'm like, man, I'm all the way in on SoFi. I'm all the way in. I closed out my bank so quick and got into SoFi because I'm making money without even doing nothing. If I don't put nothing in my bank for a whole, and they pay interest each month. If I don't put nothing in my bank for a whole year, I have over 3.75% interest on my investments sitting in there now. And I felt more relieved. I can go to sleep now without having to worry about getting an overdraft fee, without having to worry about getting, oh, you spent this too much, oh, you got this, you got a negative balance. Now I can go to sleep. Thank God for SoFi. And I've been using SoFi hard since. And if you want to get hooked up with SoFi, link is in the description. How do I get hooked up with SoFi? Link is in the description. I just want to share that video with you guys. It's impossible to save. Like and subscribe. I'll drop another banger tomorrow. I love you guys.